I wanted to do a video talking about AI and where things are now and just where things are headed. And because this is another topic that I don't really see or hear anybody speaking about with any clarity or accuracy or honesty. Um, so, like, the bottom line is AI is effectively already able to do most knowledge work. I would say almost all knowledge work, and soon going to be able to do physical labor as well. That one is maybe three or 4 or 5 years away. Um, it's maybe takes a little bit longer than that for it to go mainstream, um, but so listen, like AI, the combination of AI, humanoid robots, and driverless autonomous vehicles, it really is the end of work for people. Um, this is this is not like 20 years away. This is like already happening. Um, and I don't think anybody's really talking about it that clearly and accurately. Um, I basically started and led the first AI team at Microsoft Office, Microsoft 365. Um, saw what I saw what like speech recognition and automatic translation could do and productize those into product experiences. Um, I saw those things, the capability and the potential of it. I would say before most of Microsoft. So that's my, and I'm still building AI powered products. So, and I would say I'm a very power user of AI tools, whether that's ChatGPT, Deep Research, Codex. Okay, like I've used everything. I use everything um, very deeply. So I know what I'm talking about on this topic. Yeah, AI can already do pretty much all knowledge work. Now the question is like, um, what is that? So what does that mean? What does that actually mean? And like, why are there still jobs? Okay, like I'm gonna try to answer each of those things and like, there's and then kind of give like a take on a common framing that I hear that I think is it's either like incorrect um or misdirect. So first of all, like I hear, well, AI is just gonna be a tool, and it's gonna let each employee at a company do more work. It's like, well, yes, that's true in some cases. That's true right now. Um, an employee with AI could do, say, 2 to 5 times more than they could before without AI. Okay. Um, okay, so in some cases that may happen, but a lot of times, like they don't need more work to get done. Um, you just need the same work to get done. And a lot of times you don't need as much work. A lot of times, um, like a lot of like let's be honest, like most organizations today are very inefficient. Um, so you could cut out like take the other's perspective, right? You're going to be able to cut out the sort of intermediate work. Um, but like I guess the best way I can explain how to think about AI, how I think about AI as a technology trend, as a revolution in human technology. Think of it as like a fluid, a liquid that's like permeating the economy. There are parts of the economy where AI is going to permeate very quickly, and there are parts that are going to be slower. Um, but the end result is that you can do all of the work with AI, all of the actual work that's required to get done can be done with AI, whether that's today, uh, a year from now, 5 years from now. Um, the reason it's the reason we still have a lot of jobs for people is, a lot of organizations are slow to adopt and embrace. They don't understand AI. They don't know how to deploy it. Um, they're bureaucracies that are, they have processes to integrate anything. So some of those will gradually adopt and use AI for more and more and more. Others will be disrupted by a much smaller company or even just an AI system. So a lot of these companies will get disrupted by like an AI first company, okay? Others will take their sweet time to integrate AI. Um, but the incentive is at the end of the day profits and and cost minimization, profit maximization. Um, AI is cheaper than people. I mean, it's just like you can do the like AI can already beat most programmers at programming. AI can already it's already getting 90th percentile plus at math, science, biology, coding, um, certainly creative ideas and strategy problems and personal therapy and like it can already do those things better than experts. Um, Operating computers, operating UIs. I mean, that's in progress. There's already tools like it's called OpenAI Operator that can do that. Plugging into SaaS tools, yeah, I mean that's in progress. So yeah, so it really is just a matter of time that AI can do all knowledge work. Um, and then humanoid robots, okay, like Tesla Optimus is kind of first place here in terms of capability. They have a hand that can is 22 degrees of freedom. It can pretty much thread a needle, if not now, then within a year for sure. Thread a needle, play the piano, pluck a guitar, play a guitar. Um, and it can walk. It can walk in difficult terrain. It can dance. It can learn how to do tasks just from watching videos. So it can just watch YouTube and learn how to do anything. Um, yeah, they have to make it safe and they have to make it, more reliable and safe. You're going to have initially co-working with humans, and then eventually you'll have bots managing other bots. So, hey, look, like AI and robots, they don't get sick, they don't get drunk, they don't call in. You know, they work they work 24/7. You can they're fungible, so you can swap in, swap out. They can charge themselves, they'll walk themselves to a charging machine, charge, go back to work when it's done. Um, we have autonomous vehicles. I mean, robotaxi, Waymo, Tesla will be the the default. They're already piloting the service in Austin. That will scale to the rest of the US and globally within a couple of few years. That will be much cheaper than any other, cheaper per mile than any other form of transport. You don't have a driver. It's just a machine, so it's very cheap. Um, it's very reliable. It's like it will just work the same every single time. I mean, and you um, so we the reason I'm saying this, like somebody needs to say this honestly, like jobs are going away. And uh, you already have like a lot of people who don't feel like they can contribute meaningfully or don't know how to contribute meaningfully to the economy. I mean, that's already the case, right? Um, what happens when nobody really needs to work? I mean, that needs to be being discussed at the most important from the dinner table, every household, all the way to um, meeting rooms with policymakers and executives. This needs to be talked about right now. Um, First of all, like the floor absolutely needs to be raised. Um, Healthcare, UBI, like basic income for everyone. healthcare for everyone. Yeah, it's not like a socialist thing. It's like you need to do this, otherwise people will get very aggressive. When people lose their purpose and feel like they don't matter, feel like they don't have anything to do. I mean, at first they're gonna drift and become just passive consumers, but they're also gonna be angry and aggressive, and you're gonna have social unrest, and you're also gonna have a lot of you're not gonna have consumers anyway. Like, um, people don't have jobs, they're not gonna get paid, and so who's gonna feed the machine? So it needs to be this needs to be thought about holistically, right? Um, the floor needs to be raised, absolutely. People need to be starting to people there need to be more truth tellers about this. We need to start really thinking like, yeah, like, yes, like, okay, in a utopia, right? People are gonna use AI to create their own products, and that's and their own content. Okay, everybody's gonna become a content and creator and an entrepreneur, maybe, but I don't think so. I think most people aren't gonna want to learn. That's the honest truth. Like, most people don't want to learn or don't know how, or and you don't really need everybody to be building their own products and content. Like, I hope what happens is people start turning their energy toward each other, toward building communities and healthy outlets, building communities, building families, like, um, taking care of each other, maybe creative things like writing and poetry and music, like art, great. Okay, but that's only going to happen if people are informed, people know what the hell's going on, people have enough to provide for themselves and their families, and you know, and they don't feel like they're being completely left behind by the machines, because the current incentives and the current economy, the current incentives and the current economy are all of the gains will go to the AI companies and the big tech companies and the shareholders, and because they're creating the AI systems. And, um, I mean, like, this is not like a 20-year thing. Like, this is like happening right now. This is already in progress. There's just a lag time between when the technology is available and ready and the time it's adopted and deployed broadly. Like, we're in the lag period, but that's not something you can count on. That's not something you can um, just hand wave away or say, like, we'll figure it out. I mean, this is now. So this is yesterday. So that's why I'm talking.